Logan one time had this character named Mud.
Oh God.
So to give a little context, back in the ye olde days of 3.5 D&D, which we thought was so much more superior to 5th edition.
When 5th edition came out, we had, I think, one friend who was really interested in it, and we were like, meh.
Do you know who it was who told us it was bad?
Was it Jordan? Oh.
It was Richard.
Jordan,
Jordan loved it. Jordan was like, why are you not playing 5th edition? The cool part about 5th edition is it encourages halfling barbarians.
People who don't make any sense, yeah.
Yeah, and 3.5 doesn't let you do that.
And what I wanted to do in 3.5 was that, and that's kind of a segue into my character. He was a Lizardfolk, which Jacob very graciously let me play. But the Lizardfolk, I write these giant backstories for all my characters, and he was a tyrant in an underwater citadel, and he methodically, almost unintentionally, because he's this like crazy brute, killed every one of his subjects because he thought there was a mutiny afoot. And when everyone was dead, he's like, better go to the surface world. And he was a druid for God knows why. But I was allowed a druid companion. I think we started that game
in 3.5. When you were a druid, you got a animal companion, kind of like a ranger. You don't get that in 5th edition, I don't think. But in 3.5, you got an animal companion, and
I was allowed a. It was basically a velociraptor.
It was a velociraptor,
and her name was Natasha. So it was Mud, the lizard, riding the lizard named Natasha, who was a more sophisticated version of him.
And the party is like all these like neutral, lawful, chaotic good, like normal classes like halfling rogue and like a human barbarian and all like human fighter, dwarf barbarian, all these things. And then Mud riding Natasha. Eventually, you guys made your way to like the desert, so like a desert island essentially. Yeah, it was an underground dwarven society, and they like captured you, and they were like, "We'll only release you if you do this," or like Suicide Squad, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. And so they put you out on the surface, and you had to fight a purple worm.
A purple worm. In 3.5, that shit is terrifying. They're like, I think their gut is the size of this room.
Yeah, they were way worse in 3.5 than 5th edition.
So we all crapped our pants as we rolled initiative.
And at this point in my mind, I'm like, Logan is being so smart to me all the time. He's like, I got a velociraptor. I'm a lizard folk, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. And I was honestly a little jaded in my attacks, where I was just like, all right. Coming for you, Logan! And it goes down to bite you, and
it missed me, but it hit Natasha.
And Natasha, ripped forever in our hearts, was murdered in an instant. As it didn't even
justice for Natasha.
It didn't even eat her either. It just kind of like chipped her on the side.
Landed on
it was just like, screw you, you're dead now. So fortunately, the party did kill the purple worm.
We did. We leveled up. We got that thing had so much XP. We leveled up, and as a druid, you don't get revivify or rejuvenate. You get
It was called Reincarnate. It is a 4th level druid spell, and it would instantaneously turn somebody into another race. There's Bugbear on here.
I thought like Dragon was 100% if you roll like on a die.
It's my choice.
So yeah, what I did was I leveled up and I learned Reincarnate.
Reincarnate.
And I was like, Natasha! Immediately reincarnated. I was expecting some other kind of beast. I did not get a beast. I got
a halfling. I was like, all right, so Natasha...
I got a halfling.
...rises to life and suddenly transforms into a tiny, naked halfling. And,
she was a woman, so it's just like a little lady.
And you walked over and you're like... Naked. And you were just like, Natasha. All Natasha did was go, ah! Because it was a velociraptor. It couldn't make any real noises, so it was just communicating in its velociraptor mind. So, Mud no longer had a velociraptor to ride. He instead had a naked, tiny halfling going, ah! At all times.
She still loved me and she was loyal to me, but all she did was be naked and scream at me. What I eventually ended up doing with some of the money that I got throughout the quest was I got her a basset hound, I think. I renamed her from Natasha because she was someone new. I named her Tiny. So it was Mud and Tiny, and I named the Basset Hound Four Legs.
Yep.
So it was Tiny and Four Legs, and she got to level up as a monk, and she was like half our level, I think, and we were super high. So my animal companion was now this level 9 monk who was just screaming.
It would like run into battle and just be like, oh! Just hit you in the face atop a dog.
And yeah, she rode the Basset Hound like she never left him. So they were basically one creature. And we got to the Lich in like this undead town, and we rolled initiative because he was like being the fucking asshole, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and there are like 6 of us standing there with giant weapons, and the first thing that happens, I think someone shoots a spell at him, and it's like crazy, and he's like, oh my goodness. And then Natasha from the back of our brigade runs in screaming on 4 legs. I think she had Flurry of Blows, and she had learned Ride by Attack, which is really hard to get. I don't know how she...
Ride by Attack! So on the dog?
I think she like swerved around and then came back within the same round because of how fast he was. So she rode by, got Flurry of Blows, and then rode by again and got Flurry of Blows. She got 3 crits. She just like destroyed this flying Lich who was being a fucking asshole. Just a retarded halfling riding a little dog killed the most evil thing in the world.
You didn't get to play Mud after that.
No, I was not allowed. Mud, Tiny, and Four Legs were all sent back to the bottom of the ocean where they...
We don't know what happened from further on then. So we still play in the same world, but every once in a while Logan's like, hey, whatever happened to Mud? And
we don't want to know. We don't want to know.
I'm not going to talk about
Mud. We just
Mud.
really hope he doesn't come back.